Hey guys, I'm Mia with Teen Music Insider and We Are Possible.
And I'm Ainsley from Teen Music Insider and We Are Possible.
I'm Raegan with Teen Music Insider and We Are Possible.
What? Dang, you said that so petty. You're like, and I'm Raegan with Teen Music Insider and We Are Possible.
Alright, ready? Should we do it again?
Yeah.
Alright.
Action! Go.
Just me?
Yeah.
I'm Raegan Beast here with Teen Music Insider and We Are Possible.
Okay, so do you just want to start off the interview by telling us a little bit about yourself?
So I am 17, I am transgender, and I'm bipolar. Ouch. Yikes.
You're like, put the Kleenex away, I have a good life. That's what you should say.
But the Kleenex away, I'm very blessed.
Seriously, because that sounded so like a drag. Like,
They're like, alright.
Can you tell us about your experiences with bipolar that maybe the viewers watching can relate to?
The first thing is that I know that it's really hard to detect whether you have bipolar or not. There's a lot of people that have bipolar disorder that don't quite know, and there's some people that have bipolar disorder that don't really know what it means or what's happening, could be confused. So, being bipolar, most people think that it's just being like moody, but it's not always like that. There can be days where you're one mood that entire week, or those couple of days, and then the next week one mood that week, and it could be the total opposite of how you felt the week before. So to help with that and to overcome that is to first realize like what's going on and what you're specifically going through, and definitely to talk about it with someone else, get some help, because it's a very hard thing to go through alone.
can you tell us a little bit about the moods and give some examples in your life?
I can go from I'm very happy a lot of the time. You guys know I'm a very bubbly person a lot of the time, but I'll have sometimes I'll wake up in the morning and I'll wake up angry, or I'll wake up crying for no reason. Doesn't have to be about it's not about a dream or anything, because then it lasts the whole day and maybe the next day as well. But I've had some experiences of waking up very, very upset and being upset for those 1 or 2, 3 days, and then the next day just being the most happiest kid in the world again. So it's really complicated, but yeah.
Has any of your low points led to suicide ideation? Because it's Suicide Prevention Week, and suicide is such an epidemic.
Yes, definitely. I've definitely had some really low points, but one thing that helps me a lot when coming to really, really low points is finding something that makes me super happy, something really worth living for. Everyone has something that is everything to them, and looking back on that at your lowest points can really help.
What are your happy thoughts?
Something that I go towards is all my little siblings, they mean the world to me, and I love to be their leader and their idol, and all of my supporters that are that look up to me. I think of it as I couldn't be here, I couldn't just leave them here, I need to be here. I feel I want to be here for them, and that always helps me.
That's so inspiring.
Oh my gosh.
That was so cute. That answer was so cute.
Put away your tissues, I got a blessed life.
How did you learn to pick yourself back up when in that really low point? Because most people can't pick themselves up when they're at that point.
A number one thing, I was kind of lucky, because instead of me personally reaching out to someone and asking for help, I had a lot of people that cared about me and noticed it, and noticed that I was going through these rough patches. And that's when my dad and my parents reached out to me, and they got me into therapy. which was the best thing that could have ever happened to me. If you're going through a hard time, everyone feels like it's so wrong to ask for help, either maybe because you really don't want to be a bother, or you just are embarrassed, you don't know how. But it's like, it's the best thing in the entire world, because it's like you don't feel alone for the first time in forever, you know? And me going through therapy, like, you know, it seems embarrassing to say that, you know, I went to therapy, but everyone has things to work on, you know, and it helps me out a lot. And my therapist taught me to, you know, always taught me certain things that helped me through my journey. So,
What advice do you have for anybody out there that's going through the same things you've been going through?
probably that they're definitely not alone. I know how like weird and confusing you could feel, and a loneliness you can feel with yourself even, because you don't know what's going on with your own life. And I mean, that's a big thing, not knowing what to do with yourself. And so just to know that like you're not alone, and that we all have things that we need to work on. Through this video, through all these interviews that you guys do, you can see that everyone has something to work on. And just to be confident in yourself and be confident in who you want to be, and be that person.
So what does hashtag Teens Helping Teens really mean to you?
I think Teens Helping Teens.
I'm following.
Blooper. I'm following.
I'm following and I can't get
This
up.
way. This way. Did you see him? Like, Kira said that, like, way.
And try to look in the camera some, because all of you guys are looking at each other because you're friends.
Okay.
And so I don't think anybody's looked at the camera once. They've
Yeah,
looked
but
at the
it's
camera.
creepy just to be like,
It is, but you're talking to somebody. That's the point
Okay.
of TV. It is weird.
So what was the question again?
what does the hashtag
oh,
Teens Helping Teens really mean?
I love Teens Helping Teens because I think the whole kid.
Oh, pause. And they're at a red light, so it's going to take a minute for them to like keep going, because I could hear them stop, and they're going to have to keep going. They're going to get.
He's so weird, dude. You should hear the sound. He makes like this.
That was your dog?
Yeah. He makes like this dinosaur noise, and he goes. It's like the weirdest thing. And he goes, and he like, it's so weird. Like sometimes he'll just sit there and be like, and I'm
That's
like,
gonna be so funny for a blooper.
I'm like, what?
Does it ever scare you?
Well, at first, like I thought something was wrong with him, but then I just found out that it was just him. Because then he started like rolling over, and he was like all happy, and then he's like, and I was like, what? Okay.
Mia, when you're interviewing, flip your hair to the other side because I can't see your face.
That's the point. So then you can't see my
You're the face of fucking Teen Music Insider.
Yeah, the freaking face of it.
And you're so cute.
Yeah. That Okay. I love Teens Helping Teens because I think the whole separation between children and adults is bigger than what people think. I think, you know, us going through this, we'd much rather, you know, see other teens and be helped by other teens and other kids that are more relatable to us, because we don't feel like adults or parents understand us that well. Although they really do, you know, your parents are always there for you, and adults, you know, they're just like us, they're older, they're more mature, they're wiser, you know. But I think I love the idea of having that community of teens in general, because those are the hardest years of your life.
So obviously this week's campaign is about the hashtag Teens Helping. Okay, reading. Okay, so obviously this week's campaign is all about the hashtag Teens Helping Teens. What message do you want to give your supporters so they hopefully stop bullying one another?
I've had a couple problems in my fandom in general with the whole bullying and attacking each other, and I've had a lot of talks in lives about this certain subject. So I always say, like, you can't do anything if you spend your time putting someone else down. Like, we're all trying to get somewhere. We all have a purpose, and we're all trying to get to one place. How are we supposed to follow our path and get to that one point if you have other people coming into your path and screwing you over and throwing pebbles in your path and stuff? Like, we can't I'm gonna trip. Like, you know, you're gonna cause me to trip, and you're also gonna cause yourself to trip because you're trying to cross through other branches and stuff, and you're getting into other people's lanes, and just stay in your own lane, you know. Then you'll get there faster, and you'll get there happier and better, and yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, whatever you guys want to add.
You're welcome.
I don't think saying thank you to you. I was asking.
Yes,
if
you can
that's
just
what
send me
you
like,
wanted to
you
say.
know,
But I
thanks,
am gonna say thank you to you at the end.
thanks, Raegan Applebeat. Just say, as always, you're so inspiring. You really shine when it comes to being an inspiration to fans. So we really appreciate your time. Whatever.
Thank you so much for being here with us today.
You're always so inspiring to your fans, and we're so happy to have you part of this campaign.
Oh, I was really glad to be here. So.
You have to say hashtag #TeensHelpingTeens, right?
Hashtag Teens Helping Teens.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Hashtag Teens Helping Teens.
Bye.